Hello, Michael, digitaltshirtshop.com. Wanted to talk briefly about sales. Um, we started around January 28th, or so basically the end of January, beginning of February. So we've had February, March, April, May. We've been in this for 4 months. And the 4 months we've sold 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, basically almost 130, 129 shirts. Um, at what I typically sell shirts for, and I know they're not all this price. I mean, that's almost $2,000 in sales. But as you know, some of our shirts sell for a little bit less than this. So we sell quite a few kid shirts. Um, so they're 11.99. I wanted to change that to 11, but it's kind of 50-50. Maybe we should do half and half. I don't know. Um, but that's in the ballpark of $2,000 in sales. But again, we're still in the hole. Uh, I'm not sure. I haven't put the financials together yet for the end of the month, which is going to be about this number of sales: 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I don't know, maybe 20 more shirts for the end of the month. That could help us still kind of clean things up to where we're not in the hole anymore. But until I put the numbers together, we're not going to know. But just kind of to analyze this a little bit, if you look at just the Etsy sales, for the 3 months that we've been in business, we've gone from 16 to 11 to 14. Those are pretty flat. Um, we did a little bit of advertising in here the end of April into the beginning of May, and then stopped. I did start it again the last couple days. Now, I don't know that it's really reflective or relates to these 3 sales in a row that we had. Well, this is actually probably like 4 or 5 sales right here, the end of May. I know this one was on the 31st, was 2 different sales. Um, if we were to go just kind of look at the promoted listings on Etsy real fast, um, we had actually, it does look as though, well, let's look at this order. When did this order happen? On the 29th. So that order on the 29th, one of them at least, so it was $14.99, was related to the advertising, but the others weren't. You can also see how lopsided the advertising is still at this point. We spent $10.95. We've made $14.99. So, um, we're I mean, the amount that we're spending for what we're getting really isn't good at all. Um, but I've got more products on there now. We're going to give it a little bit of time. I'm just doing a little bit, $2 a day, and we'll see if that will influence and help pick up some of those sales, get the sales to pick up a little bit. So far, 1 out of 3 days, we've gotten a sale. So, excuse me, I'm gonna yawn. Oh, sorry about that. I was slept like a log last night, I swear. Um, so it looks like I started on the 25th at $1 and then moved up to $2 for a few days. So that's why it's kind of where it's at. Going back and looking at this, so then the other site, the Amazon, once we finally got Amazon up, we sold none. We went to 22 sales and then to 66 sales. Now I've got about 100 more items ready to put on Amazon. Um, so I would imagine as soon as I get those put on, that sales will pick up because we'll have more selection on Amazon as well. So it's just a matter of uh, enough time, to get those items put on Amazon. I was going to start working on it yesterday, and I might get to some of it today, and hopefully up over this next weekend, I'll find some time, to spend on that. So, um, I just need time. Need time is all I need. So that increase in sales is really good from 22 to 66. However, we have these couple of really big sales in here. It's hard to, I've highlighted them all in yellow. We had 10 here, we had 11 here, we had 44 here, we had 7 here. It's hard to say that I'm going to be able to duplicate that every single month. However, so far we had 10, 10, and 7, or 10, 10, and 44. The 44 is just really kind of out there as far as, a quantity goes for selling something. Even for me, it is. It's a rarity that somebody comes and buys that volume of shirts. But, um, if we were to take that out, just that by itself, that puts us at 22 and 22 on Amazon, which means our sales were flat. Uh, but we had that anomaly of 44 sales in 1 month. I don't know. It's not impossible that we could do that volume again next month. It's just, even if you spread it out over a month, that's only 2 shirts a day. It's just a matter of consistently selling on there. And I mean, we're kind of halfway there looking at the spread of the sales. If you look up here in April, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days with sales. Here we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days with sales. So we're good, more frequent sales. Um, Likewise, I was looking at this and thinking, okay, well, we did 16 in March. We more than doubled it. 16 divided by 33. Oh, y equals 33 divided by 16. But 200% of the prior month. Excuse me. I'm going to just make that a percent. So 206% of the prior month. Likewise, this one, 240% of the prior month. Because we more than doubled the sales. It really would not be impossible to double the sales in June. Um, if you had 2 sales a day on Amazon and 2 sales a day on Etsy, that's going to give you well, I guess that wouldn't quite give you double. You need a little bit more than that. You have to get 160. But that'd put you up at 120, and that's probably a 150% increase, pretty close to. So you'd have to spread those sales out and have more consistent sales day to day. I would think with more items listed on Etsy and doing a little bit of advertising, more items listed on Amazon, that's not completely too far out there. So, but time will tell. That's kind of what we've done right now, just kind of looking at the numbers, speculating, making some predictions, I guess. You know, and we'll kind of see what happens. Hopefully, at a minimum, hopefully we see an increase over 80 shirts in June. But even 80 shirts kind of took us out of the hole. So even if we we're in the ballpark of 80 shirts. I think we'll see us actually making a profit this next month. So, and I'd have to, when I crunch the numbers and see how far we're in the hole, we should be able to get an idea of the ballpark number of uh, sales. Excuse me. Of sales we need to have in order to make a profit, and we can make some predictions on what type of profit that would be. So again, we're trudging forward 4 months into it. That's not too bad. 129 shirts sold. Ballpark of it's probably a few $100s less than this. It's probably $1,600 in sales. Um, and we're moving forward. So things are at least picking up. They're going in the right direction. So we'll talk to you guys later. If you like what you're hearing on digitaltshirtshop.com, please subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us, go like us on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, share us with your friends. If you're thinking about starting a business, hopefully this is helping you kind of seeing how uh, from at home business is growing slowly over time. We're having a supplemental income come off of business, which this has not supplemented anything yet. uh, hopefully you get a feel for that, and whether or how starting a business and making it run from home could help you, or help you in understanding what to expect. Hopefully it helps. Thanks.